Welcome back to the Crypto ZX Army. Appreciate all the love that you guys show on a day-to-day basis. Last day of the month. I was unable to give you guys an update last night, was busy with something, so decided to kind of hold off on this update till now. But yeah, last day of the month of August here, guys. This is absolutely insane to think of that, we're already closing out the month of August and going into the month of September. Looking across the board, obviously today's the monthly candle close. So, we're seeing the broader market seeing a retracement once again. The market has been choppy over the last, I would say, one and a half week. You're looking at XRP obviously down about 1.8% right now, with the price currently sitting at $2.78. We're also down about 1% in Bitcoin compared. Now, if you're looking at the market cap, 165.1 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about 3.1 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer for you guys. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So let's briefly go over some of the news, and then we're going to primarily talk more about the price, but I want to kind of, talk about these things as well. So Ethereum is still having the best quarter 3 ever. What do you think will happen in September? So usually in quarter 3, Ethereum doesn't tend to do, quite strong, and, we're seeing the best time right now for ETH. We're seeing the best time. Look at it for yourself. Look at the 2016, 17, and even 2020, 2021. You could see 80.3% increase quarter 3 of 2025. And that is due to billions of dollars that are flowing into Ethereum, especially with the ETF. And now, this makes me even more excited when the likes of XRP ETF goes live. I think XRP ETF is going to shock a lot of people. People don't realize this, but I think XRP is really going to do some very interesting numbers. And that just excites me. I just wanted to kind of cover that. And of course, let me know in the comments what you guys think. But what's even more interesting is the M2 money supply, which is hitting a new all-time high. Is Bitcoin about to follow? Is Bitcoin about to follow the next wave? I personally think yes. Bitcoin seeing a nice consolidation. Bitcoin did exactly what we have spoken about on the channel, which I'm going to kind of come back to a little later on. But let's kind of come back to this. But yeah, one other thing that, we need to keep in mind, but as we are going into September now, we're looking at about an 86.4% chance that the rate cut does happen in the month of September. So that is quite interesting. I think the rate cut, it will bring in a lot of excitement. And I also think, leading into the FOMC meeting. So, as we are going into September, obviously anticipating that meeting itself, I think the market is actually going to push towards the upside. That's my overall projection. But Bitcoin is where we need to keep our eyes on. There's two different scenarios that could play out. Either we start making our way towards the upside as we do obviously start off this upcoming week. It's a long weekend, of course, but as we do start off the week, I think we're going to if we do, we're going to see this upside leading into the FOMC meeting. And the day of the FOMC meeting, I think we're going to see a retracement, and then obviously, straight, pretty much to the next wave up. But if Bitcoin does not hold around the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, this is something we want to be listening to very, very carefully, because look what we did. I'm sure you guys, if you follow my channel on a regular day-to-day basis, your boy called the 23.6 right at the neckline. Right at the neckline, I said the chances of us retesting is quite high, and we're not out of the woods yet. And look at it for yourself. We retested none other than 23.6, saw a bounce up to 109,500. Nothing too crazy. We're making our way back down, and we're about to close our the monthly candle around this range. So if the price of Bitcoin were to fall below the 23.6, maybe we retest below 100K before heading towards the upside. So those are two different scenarios to see, but we'll see what happens. We're in a weekend. CME futures are closed, more manipulation than usual. As we do start off the week itself, that's where, things are really going to be more clear as which direction most likely we are heading in the immediate short term. But I'm personally projecting the month of September to be not a bearish month. Gemini updates their XRP NYC billboard to now spend dollars and earn XRP. Earn XRP every time you swipe your card, introducing the Gemini credit card XRP edition. And of course, you guys can apply that if you are in the US. And this is only for the US residents, of course. So I love this. I think this is a big milestone for the XRP community. Not many people realize this. But this lets you obtain XRP for actually using your credit card to buy things, and you actually earn, instead of dollars, you earn XRP. huge. I think this is a big deal. Obviously, it's not a huge chunk, but it still adds up over time. And that is something obviously that is exciting. But look what Zoom says. XRP monthly close is in. Since December 2024, XRP has been ranging sideways. Not a single month close above $3.03. So again, time in, time out, it's starting to show us the importance of that key range. But the close was not as bad as a lot of people are anticipating. And we still did not reach a double bottom, which is really interesting for XRP's price right now. If you are an XRP holder and you're not realizing this, then I don't know what it is, because we are seeing the market volatility, extremely high, but XRP still did not reach a double bottom. We came very close to it, but not exactly at that neckline, which tells you why the dominance is such an important tool to be following. We actually did come down to 57.77% not too long ago. Clear fake out. We're back above 58% because Bitcoin has made its way back below $108,000. XRP, on the other hand, currently sitting at a $2.76. The chances of us, if we don't, stay around here, the chances of us coming down and seeing a double bottom is still in play, potentially even breaking down to the likes of $2.66 or the 23.6, which again is not going to happen in one single wick unless Bitcoin just loses a 23.6 support line. But this itself would be a move of about 6% and something we need to be aware of based off of what Bitcoin is doing right now. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I'll see you later tonight. We'll see you then. Crypto ZX, and peace out.